It's about passion. Often people are good at things they don't really care for. It's about passion. If you're doing something you love and you're good at, time takes a different course entirely. My wife just finished writing a book, and I think it's a great book. But the problem is, she often disappears for hours on end. You know this. If you're doing something you love, an hour feels like 5 minutes. If you're doing something that doesn't resonate with your spirit, 5 minutes feels like 1 hour. Sir Ken Robinson reminds us that each and every one of us are unique individuals, and our education system should match that. We have natural talents, and a clone system repeated over and over again is not helping. It is my pleasure today to present to you Bring On the Learning Revolution by Sir Ken Robinson, 2010. Al Gore spoke at the TED conference I spoke at 4 years ago. He talked about the climate crisis. I mean, he's right, obviously. There is a climate crisis. And if people don't believe me, they should go out more. But I believe there is a second climate crisis, not of natural resources, but of human resources. I believe we make very poor use of our talents. I meet people who go through their lives not knowing what their talents are. I meet people who don't even know what their talents might be. I meet people who don't enjoy what they do. They simply go through their lives getting on with it. They get no great pleasure from what they do. They endure it rather than enjoy it. On the other hand, there are these people who love what they do. If you say that don't do this anymore, they'll wonder, what are you talking about? Because it is not what they do, it is who they are. And this is a minority of people. I believe education dislocates people from their natural talents. Like natural resources, human resources are often buried deep. You have to create the circumstances where this happens. Currently, every education system in the world is being reformed. But that is not enough, because reforming education is simply improving a broken model. What we need is not evolution, but we need revolution. One of the real challenges is to innovate fundamentally in education. It means taking things we take for granted and challenging them. It's what people think can't be done differently, and just simply openly challenging them. Let me ask you something you might take for granted. How many of you are over the age of 25? How many of you are under the age of 25? Now those over the age of 25, can you please raise your hand if you wear a wristwatch? That's many of us. If you ask a room full of teenagers the same question, what will happen? Little of them will wear a wristwatch. Why? Because they live in a world that is digitized, and they don't need to wear a watch to tell the time. But you have done it since you were a kid. If you wanted to tell the time, you needed a device on your hand to tell it. You don't have to wear a wristwatch. You've just done it since you were a little kid, and you still do it now. My daughter Kate, she's 20. She doesn't understand the need to wear a wristwatch. She says, it's a single function device. Like, how lame is that? I say, no. It tells the date as well. It has multiple functions. You know, to me, human communities depend on a diversity of talents, not a singular one. And at the heart of our challenges is to reconstitute the ability and of intelligence. When I arrived at Los Angeles 9 years ago, I came across a policy statement, very well intentional. It said, college begins in kindergarten. No, it doesn't. Kindergarten begins in kindergarten. A friend of mine once said, a 3-year-old is not half a 6-year-old. They're 3. Now there's such competition to get into kindergarten, to get into the right kindergarten, that people are being interviewed. At 3, kids sitting in front of unimpressed panels with their resumes, flicking through it and saying, what, this is it? You've been around for 36 months and this is it? Commit. See, it's outrageous as a conception. The other big issue is conformity. We've built our education system into the model of fast food. There are two models of quality assurance in catering. One is fast food, where everything is standardized. The other is like Zagat and Michelin restaurants, where everything is customized according to local circumstances. We have sold ourselves to the fast food model of education, and it's impoverishing our spirits and our energies as much as fast food is depleting our physical bodies. I just wanted to very quickly, I was struck by Natalie Merchant's songs last night, Recovering Old Poems. I just wanted to read you a very short poem from W.B. Yeats. He wrote this to his love, Mad God, and he was bewailing the fact that he couldn't quite give her what she wanted from him. He said, "Had I the heavens embroidered cloth, with the gold and silver light, and wrought with the dim and dark clothes, under the night, half-light and light. I spread the clothes underneath your feet, but I being poor only have my dreams. Tread softly, as you tread on my dreams. And every day, everywhere, children are spreading their dreams underneath our feet, and we should tread softly." Thank you.